All right, so we're gonna let people come in here. Welcome to Cheesy Ponies. Give us a second here. We're working on getting Dougie Fresh in here. We want to hear what he's got to say today too. It is 6 o'clock. We're right on the money, which I know it's really hard to believe that that's the case because it's never like that on American whiskey, you know. But we're here right on time.
Happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Dougie's having problems with his internet.
Like always. So, anyways, I placed a $3 bet. I can't wait to talk about it.
Okay.
Are you guys like excited to hear me talk about it?
Oh, I am.
I'm guessing it's long odds.
Oh yeah.
Longer than other things.
What's up, Gordon Shiner, man? It's not American Whiskey Day, dude. It's Cheesy Ponies. Oh, feel like football. Because we're going to talk a lot about it.
Football.
That and lube. Sorry, are we PG-13, right?
Nope.
I thought we were PG. You told me last week that
I said we were no longer. That's R. Can we go PG-13?
I mean, I can have PG-13 fantasies.
Doug, why stop?
That was Dylan left.
No, I'm refreshing mine because my show's fucked up.
Effed up, sir.
Well, it shows Dougie in here twice.
I took Doug out.
See, Gordon Shinerman likes football.
Dude, he's awesome, bro.
He's in the right place.
We love Gordon Shinerman.
And hopefully he doesn't mind people being stupid and funny.
He watches American Whiskey.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, so he's good.
He's used to it.
Dougie Fresh, just join with your phone, bro. All right, are we getting started?
Let's get started.
Are we sure, or should we just wait for just a hot second?
Wait.
He's back.
So we got him.
This dude's got dial-up internet. You remember that time? You know, like you're trying to call your girlfriend in high school, and you're like, "Mom, get out the phone."
Well, he's probably feeding off of McDonald's.
Probably. Does he have a McDonald's by his house?
I don't know.
I've never been there. Have you?
Yeah, I picked up our liquor there one time when he was out of town. Remember?
You went to Doug's house?
I did it.
I've never been invited.
You told me to go there.
Look at that.
He's
beard.
never invited me.
Remember when I picked up?
Let me guess. You guys hung out.
No, he wasn't home.
Whatever, dude.
Remember when I went and picked up like the
Why
8
does Doug
bottles
look
of Quality
like he's
House?
like on the what?
Let's get started.
I was gonna ask if they let Doug near
Dan Gray,
McDonald's
be
with that
patient.
beard.
Be patient, Dan Gray.
He named
We're not
it
getting
dial
started
up.
with your shit. Hey, look, see now it's good. It's because he's using his iPhone now and not a 19.
Yep, need an Apple product apparently.
Yeah,
Dial up.
absolutely.
I got my MacBook.
Dougie Fresh is in. We're gonna get started here. Welcome in, Dan Gray. This is Cheesy Ponies podcast, not American Whiskey, but we know you guys like football. We want you to join with us. So here we go. Yo, Big Sturge on the hot mic. Cheesy Ponies podcast. We're here. We're hot, and I'm looking great. But over on the other side of the studio, some of you know him as Justice League. Some of you know him as Dildo, and some know you as
The fantasy winner.
or Dylan. Back behind him, in Doug's desk, you've got the one and only balding young man known as, some people know him as Lightball Peanut or Justin Marlin.
The man that can hurdle.
The one guy that's not here in studio, we've got Dougie Fresh or Dial Up Doug. And of course, I'm your host, Big Sturge. I think I should make you guys the host.
The hostess with the mostest.
And sit back, grab a beer. It's an alcohol-only podcast. There's no protein shakes, no apple juice, just liquor. Because we're going to be talking about things that Justin gets mad about, like Bo Nix.
Oh, man. Yikes.
Ugh. Or the Browns. So Dougie Fresh will probably leave. So sit back, relax. Grab whatever it is you're sipping on. Welcome to freaking Cheesy Ponies Fantasy Football.
At least he has the Indians. They're doing pretty well this year. I'm guessing not the Indians. I'm sorry. The Guardians have done pretty well this year, so he doesn't have to worry about football.
Well, but it's football season. I'm always the guy that's like so exhausted with football that I can't wait for baseball. But then I'm so exhausted of baseball and I can't wait for football. Does that make any sense?
It does. Baseball season is a long season.
It is, dude.
Especially being Reds fans.
Plus games. We only have to worry about 162 games, though.
Right.
I don't know, Dan. We're going to be on for a little bit. But listen here, Dan. This isn't the American Whiskey. We just went live to get some viewership. This is our other podcast that we do with our buddies called Cheesy Ponies. It's all about football, fantasies, and good times.
And I agree with Austin. It is still the Indians.
I agree.
Guardians
Yeah,
is horrendous.
definitely.
Man.
We don't use the F-bombs here on this podcast, but fuck them, you know?
Hey, Justin, do you want me to make you happy real quick?
Can we do that on video?
Well, it is on video.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what you were gonna do.
I will have a hot take for a second and say stat wise and everything, Bo Nix outperformed Caleb Williams.
He did.
I could have outperformed Caleb Williams. He threw for 80 yards.
The defense won that game.
And to be completely honest, Bo Nix only outperformed him because he actually ran for a touchdown.
Right. Still
I think
outperformed.
Patrick
There's
Calavilo,
that.
what a handsome gentleman. He's haunting our Cheesy Ponies podcast. Love that guy. And he's a handsome guy himself. So you know what? I'm gonna let you two boys take over. But before we do that, we do have to do one thing. Can we do it?
Do it.
What are we sipping on today?
I am sipping on Noah Mills.
What's that for some of the non-whiskey listeners?
Noah Mills is an OHLQ product.
Great product.
This batch of bourbon was aged in wooden barrels until fully mature, bottled by hand, 57.15%.
So it's
114.3.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to ask what team he plays for.
Noah Mills.
Yeah, Noah Mills. He's the
uh,
best.
Seahawks.
He got 2 touchdowns.
Oh no,
this
wait,
weekend.
that's Noah Fant. So back in the back there, balded guy. What do you? We should.
We're coming
we
back.
should be
We're
good.
coming back.
We're coming back. We're coming. That's because we're on
You,
the
baby.
There it is.
Oh, you got him. We're back. Yeah, we're back. So, Dougie Fresh, are you sipping on anything delicious tonight?
I am drinking a spiked lime,
Liar, that's water.
simply lemonade,
That looks
With-
like my water, but
It's
vodka,
water.
cherry, limeade vodka mixed.
Basically water.
so pretty much you put every liquor in his house in it.
Alcohol.
He done poured he watered it down with some vodka. So I'm sipping on, well, I purposely lost a couple games of throw the dice on the table. So I've had a couple quality house shots, and now I'm sipping on quality house and Coke, Diet Coke, because I'm on keto
There you go.
and I'm losing weight, boys. I'm gonna stick around for the long time.
Keep it up.
Glad to have you.
I'm trying it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I love meat, and I know it sounds rated R, but it's not. I love meat.
I was gonna say that's not a hot take.
It is a hot take. Like, I love meat
He loves me and
We
me.
know.
and women, especially my wife.
Okay.
She's a doll.
I have questions. We probably should continue on to football.
Is that so that way we don't get like rated R?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so after talk show.
How did everyone's bets go yesterday?
What about Saturday even
Yeah, Saturday.
or Friday?
I broke even.
That doesn't surprise me.
I broke even yesterday.
So can I tell you guys my big one? I know, Justin, I interrupted you and you want to slice me in the throat, but please, can I tell you about the biggest one that I've done in my whole career?
yeah, girl.
8 inches.
Dude, I bet that Northern Illinois would beat the number 5 Notre Dame. Yeah.
That's
You know, I
nice.
showed you guys, didn't I?
He did. He did.
And here, everyone calls me crazy for it. Here's why I did. Because I watched Northern Illinois the day or the week before, and their quarterback threw 1 incompletion.
So he doesn't make mistakes.
And I was watching it, and I'm like, I don't care if you're Notre Dame's defense or Ohio State's defense. Like, when you're an intelligent person, you're intelligent no matter what situation you're in. Doesn't mean that he's going to put up the greatest numbers, but I just like, if you would have bet Notre Dame to win, you were going to win. You're not going to win anything.
Right. You
So
have to find that.
So I picked the upset, and I picked Northern Illinois. My brother's like, dude, there's no chance, bro. There's no chance. Well, guess what?
It happened.
I fucking hit it, boys.
Mine wasn't as big as yours, but I had Syracuse in a parlay.
And I love Syracuse too. We're Kyle McCord fans. We are, and Justin, aren't we? Dylan and I are Kyle McCord fans. We were even when he was the Buckeyes.
He's doing his thing at Syracuse.
He's tearing it the fuck up.
My best bet was
Sorry, I'm trying. Normally we're yelling at you. My bad.
my best bet was Thursday. I had a feeling when I was looking up stuff for the Ravens versus the Chiefs, they were
Yeah.
talking about running likely in more 2 tight end sets, and he finished
And I
hot
did.
last year. So I was like, you know what? I have a sweat-free bet on DK.
I benched him.
I'm gonna throw 10 on likely at I think it was plus 650. Signed up winning.
I mean, I did.
$65 off
Look,
those touchdowns.
Justin, stop rubbing it in my face. I started Mozart over him.
Ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt so bad, man. It's okay to like think about jumping off a building because I did.
Well, I don't know about that far.
Well,
but definitely
anyway.
not ideal.
Well, anyway, so Doug, what'd you say? You hit big or
No, I broke even.
so? What's that mean?
I didn't make any bets, so I didn't lose anything.
That's fair.
Exactly what.
Yeah. So he's
Justin, you'll understand.
so
this.
he's mature with his money. Let's get him off here.
My big bet from yesterday was all around the quarterback that I've been hyping up, and I drafted in almost every fantasy league. Jaden Daniels had 150 passing
You
yards,
called him.
50 rushing, and a touchdown, and the game to go over 40 points.
Uncle Joey's probably happy about it.
I tailed it.
Probably.
You won me some money.
I'm
on
gonna
that
wipe
one.
my ass with his hoodie.
Then last night, by the freaking hair on my nutsack, Kyron Williams rushed for exactly 50 yards.
Yeah, that was a struggle. He was getting a lot of rush.
And we just all want to add to that. Justin has said there's no way Justin Fields starts. Well, he started. Doesn't
because
matter
of
how
injury.
doesn't matter how he started.
It does
And-
matter.
But he commanded the offense. He did a pretty good job.
No.
He threw no mistakes whatsoever. He threw for 150 yards, which Bo Nix doesn't even dream of doing. He ran for 60 yards, which Bo Nix will never dream of doing. And he also got a win, which Bo Nix will never dream of doing. And I also bet that he would win, that he would run over 50 yards. He did. I won another bunch of money because I put $40 down on it. And I hit it. I feel like I could retire from my job now
What did
and
you,
become a professional gambler.
what was the play?
It was Justin Fields 50 plus.
Oh, that was the rushing yards one.
Yeah.
Yeah, bud.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
he
plus
did.
did.
350.
And then I also bet that Bo Nix would suck, and I won that one.
Okay.
So I win.
Yeah,
Anyways.
for sure.
Oh, look, Doug's gone. His mom's on the phone.
I'm so good.
Somebody picked up the phone to his house. Now he's struggling.
No, the thing that sucks about using my phone is all my notes and everything I had pulled up.
Oh, that's okay. So, you're just here for decoration.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Jeremy Nagel, we're about to start into our fantasy football. So you hit the, in the right time here. Dude, Justin looks good with a beard.
So I don't know if
Thank
you
you.
saw it.
I'm surprised.
If you wanted a hot take for over and under on yards yesterday, it would have been Jared Goff. He had
For
a
under?
7-yard rush yesterday, and he had 29 yards all year last year.
Oh, on rushing, you're saying.
Well, he'll also
Yeah.
have like negative 14 next week. So,
when you get, yeah.
Just saying.
well, stop
me a-
saying.
On a 2-yard game.
You're right. Jared Goff is one of those quarterbacks that I hate because I'm a Packers fan, and we watch them beat the Packers ass in live person at Lambeau Field, and I have PTSD from it. All I could see was Dylan drinking the whole time because we were losing. You'd think he drank 30 beers at the stadium.
I might have.
Then we had to hike 45 miles for an Uber. That
I didn't
wasn't
care
fun.
because I was drunk.
I cared. I definitely cared.
That last David Montgomery drive, though, was amazing. He just dominated that Rams defensive line the whole way down the field.
Keep talking about the Lions, and I'll talk about the Broncos. So, but
Okay.
anyways, boys, what are we getting into today when it comes to fantasy football?
I think we said, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong, bring up somebody that surprised you or made an impact this weekend that going forward you can see continuing their production.
Okay.
Who's going first on this?
Oh, it's someone I already have on my lineup.
So go for
I'll hit it. I'll say Cooper Kupp, especially with Nakua just hitting the IR.
A surprise? He surprised you?
I mean, people were sleeping on him.
it. First off, don't let him be surprised with his own player. Don't
Okay,
judge.
that's
No
fair.
judgments here at Cheesy
People were
Ponies.
sleeping on him. I drafted him, like the 9th round?
Shut the fuck up, Austin. You just took mine.
That was mine.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Fine, you go next then.
So I say Cooper Kupp, especially with the injury there. It looks like it's going to be a very pass-heavy offense, and it looks like Cooper Kupp of old is back. Next.
Go ahead, Anthony. Take Joe Mixon. I'll find another one.
So I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, that's stupid. But I thought Rashid Is it Shaheed
Ra-
or New
Shaheed.
Orleans?
Oh
New
yeah,
Orleans?
yeah.
Yeah.
That surprised me. I do have him on one of my teams, but I like picked him up like late after the draft, and I was like, he's probably not going to do anything, but he is a real athletic freak. So I drafted him. I think he put up like 15 points, and I don't even know who would have ever started
I
him.
think he had 3 catches for close to 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, so
Maybe 80 yards.
so is that about 15
Two-
points
two-
then, or?
About 14 or 15.
So I was going to either go him or Jaden Reed with Green Bay. He looks like a possible Tyreek Hill at some like he has the athleticism of Tyreek Hill. He has the love of the game that you've seen in people in the early 2000s, and you understand what I mean by that. So when he scores a touchdown, he thoroughly just loves it.
Agreed.
When he gets the ball, he's taking every ounce of his body to get to the end zone.
Talking about Jaden
Reed, yeah. So I would say, is it Rashid
Shaheed.
Shaheed? So I would say probably he was my number one biggest one, just because I couldn't believe that he impacted the way that he did, and I thought the Saints were decent. So
yeah, there was a couple players
I
on their
think-
team that put up starting numbers.
I think they could be a scary team this year. I know that's not what we're talking about, but so we got Doug up next. Dial up, Doug.
Yeah. So, my surprise, I guess we'll call it a surprise. I'm, in a sense, in my head, I'm not surprised, but I am. J.K. Dobbins, 10 rushes, 135 yards and a touchdown. 3 of 3 on the receiving end. A few yards there.
Another player on my bench.
Well, you can't argue with dial up Doug's choice
No.
there.
No.
I like that one.
And as Buckeye fans, can I get an OH?
OH.
I know, baby. I mean, you're right. Dial up Doug. JK, I see, as long as he stays healthy, he's having a great year.
Well, and that's
Yeah,
why
that's always been his problem.
So,
Dylan, you're taking over this, you and Justin. So don't let
No, this is
I haven't
Justin's
done
turn.
mine yet.
Justin Marlin.
I'm waiting for him.
We
Do
need a nickname.
Do I
for
get
him.
2 since Anthony got 2?
Well, I did throw in 2 that I couldn't choose between the 2, and I already told you I chose between the 2.
if,
I put Rashid on there.
if
Remember?
I can get permission after you're done, Justin, I do have one more.
I
Oh,
thought you were raising your hand for a potty pass. You don't have to raise your hand to get a bathroom in here, Doug.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. He knows this. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Know what?
I'm just reminding.
He's an idiot. So go ahead. Let's go with one more. Let's do one more. I already did one more. I won't bring up another.
Okay. So
you only did one too.
I'll start off with Mixon. I mean,
Joe.
Mixon was a workhorse back in Cincinnati, but never efficient with his carries.
Yeah.
I know when he went over to the Texans, a lot of people thought that he wouldn't per se see a lot of action with all of those weapons at the receiver.
Yeah.
But dude had 30 carries and he destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's going to be an easy top 10, possibly top 5 fantasy running back the rest of the season.
I love it.
Fair.
What is that noise?
I have
I don't know.
kind of like it.
I have no idea what that is.
Like
Somebody.
It's not coming from you. I
It's-
muted you.
I
Is
muted
it coming
myself.
from you? Justin?
It's taking over.
Is
I
it
don't know
Justin?
What is
I'm
it?
so confused. Everyone, hold on. Watch. Everyone. It has to be the board, right?
No, it's not the board.
Everyone, check your tabs.
I'm
Nothing.
on one single view.
Oh, there we go.
What was it?
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. I don't know. I don't have it. I can't pull up anything else. So.
Justin, was it your computer?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know what happened.
All right, Justin.
My second, since I was gonna pick a different one than Anthony, is how about Brock Bowers? He had
like
the
that
most
one.
targets on his team at 8 targets, and ended up with the most catches at 6 for 58 yards. Like, it wasn't a glorious fantasy stat line, but for a tight end, for a rookie tight end, his stat line was pretty darn good. And I think he's probably on waivers in a lot of people's leagues. There we go. Jeremy knows exactly what
I
it
think
is.
Jeremy Nagel's on something. He
Yep.
thinks it's an adult site Dylan Justice's computer's on.
No,
He's probably right. He's
I'm-
like, fuck, that's
I'm
the
literally
1 year
on-
anniversary of my subscription to Pornhub.
I'm on StreamYard and ESPN.
Dylan watched the
Sure.
Pornhub while we record.
What's ESPN stand for?
He likes, I don't know. What's it stand for?
Dylan's thinking.
I have no clue.
We don't know. Can you tell us?
You ask a question, we say we don't know, and then you laugh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So,
All right, so my second guy is someone that is available, and I'm guaranteeing in every one of our leagues.
Baker.
He's only owned in 0.5% of leagues, and he really did not do too much last year because of an injury at quarterback. He only had 3 receptions for 125 yards and a touchdown.
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce.
Yep.
nice call.
Anthony Richardson loves him with the long ball, and he
Yeah.
was connecting.
Can we all like give a round of applause to Anthony Richardson because he looked good?
He had 3 rushing touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah, he looked good.
And then he also he missed Adonai Mitchell in the end zone on one.
Well, and
Yeah.
you know,
What
go
you do?
ahead, go dial up, Doug. Go ahead.
Hey, the only thing that concerns me is, like you said, his completion percentage. He was 9 of 19.
Yeah.
60, so,
Yeah, but he also had 4 drops.
well, yeah. I mean, drops always are going to play quarterbacks, but
Right. I mean,
Yeah, but like 9 for 9. I mean, that puts him up at a decent percentage if those receivers
and
catch that.
he hasn't played in a year.
right.
Yeah.
Just let him knock the cobwebs off.
And-
Like,
Sure.
I mean, his fantasy value isn't gonna revolve around his passing anyways. His fantasy relevance is gonna be because of his legs. I mean, seeing 3 rushing touchdowns from him, I don't
like
care.
it.
I'll take that game every week.
I
Oh,
agree.
absolutely.
I agree. He's not going to burn you every week on the pass. He's going to burn every team in the NFL on his legs.
Yeah.
right.
It's just going to happen.
And I think that's what we saw with Jaden Daniels. He's just,
Mhm.
he has that elite speed where he's going to run a lot.
Do you know I didn't realize how big Hurt was?
Yeah. He's,
Jalen,
Yeah, like I didn't realize he was a stout motherfucking dude.
he's pretty big.
Like
He's
he
short,
looks
though,
like
isn't he?
no, he's not. He's like 6'3".
is he really over 6
What
foot?
isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's like 6'4".
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a big dude. That's what I'm saying, Justin. He
Oh, no,
doesn't look big.
Yeah. No.
Says he's 6'1".
Huh?
Says he's 6'1", but
Yeah, I thought he was closer to.
Well,
6,
he's 6'1" and 215. That's a big quarter. I mean,
he's stout for sure.
So
Well,
so can I bring up a topic?
Go
Get-
for it.
look, I'm
maybe.
throw my second out there real quick. Baker Mayfield.
No.
Dial up, Doug. You keep cutting out, bud.
Yeah.
So we don't really go with what you think.
You lost your opportunity when you lost connection last time.
Yeah.
Baker
So
Mayfield, baby.
he's right. I benched Baker. I literally benched Baker in my league.
Now, is that because of Washington's defense, or can he do that every game?
I don't
He
think
did it
Washington-
last year.
He did.
Yeah, I
He
say it.
proved himself last year.
He had a huge game this weekend.
It was
Yeah,
big.
he did last year too.
Not like this.
Not like that all week, all your season.
Baker
long.
Mayfield bait out he made out like an elite quarterback. He's never been elite.
He's good though. I mean,
He's good.
I
He
think if you need a,
I mean, you gave him to me. So
He finished at 10
Okay.
last year. He was the 10th best quarterback. No one owned him.
oh, I know Dylan traded him to me in Dynasty for pennies on the dollar, and
No,
he carried me.
and I
to
took him from you.
this offseason.
Yeah.
But I still got second place in our Dynasty league last year with him.
And you traded him to me.
Sure did.
Interesting.
I have Anthony Richardson.
Interesting. Anyway, so I want to know who you guys think is a good start this week that most people wouldn't think so. And I'd like to go first. I'm going Bo Nix, and here's why. A sneaky start. You're not going to stick with him because he had a rough week last week, but I'm going to stick with what my guns say. I say that he's called into the office, that mainstream office, and they're going to say, look, we got Zach Wilson for a reason. If you don't start acting like a captain that we made you, take the throws that were downfield. He missed so many down-throwed fields by just not making the throw.
Right.
He didn't even try.
Yeah. He threw a
He
triple
didn't even-
coverage.
He didn't even
Serious.
try. Instead, he's trying to throw into balls into 3 different people because it's like he's not seeing it. But there's the Denver receivers are good enough to make Bo Nix good downfield. So I think they pull him in there and say, we brought Zach Wilson in for a reason, knowing that we were going to draft you. If you don't show up this week, you're sitting the bench next week. So I say that I will take you. We were going to talk about bets later, but I'm taking him 200 plus in the air next week. I'm putting him over 40 yards rushing next week.
Okay.
That's my take on Bo Nix. I think he's a really sneaky start if you have him on your team and you're disappointed. Dude, it was his first start in the NFL. He has every weapon. You saw him in college. He doesn't make mistakes. He didn't really make a lot last week. I mean, I know the interceptions were there, but guys, he's an athlete and he's adjusting. These linebackers are as fast as the college safeties. So my sneaky pick for this week to start, to stick with your guns, Bo Nix.
Okay.
Justin?
Can I pick a defense?
You can pick whoever you want, man.
All right. For the leagues out there that still use defenses, how about Seattle's defense?
Studs.
Watching them against, I think part of the struggles for the Broncos were not only the first game. I mean, Denver was playing in Seattle, which is a hard place to play. But that Seattle defense, they looked pretty solid. And the Patriots got away with a win against the Bengals this past week. But I'm still not a believer in the Patriots offense.
Neither am I.
I think that Seattle can shut them down. And I think Seattle's defense may be.
What do you
one of the
think
top
of
defenses in the
Jacoby,
league
though?
this week?
What do you think, Justin? What do you think of Jacoby? You say that about their offense. What do you think of Jacoby?
I think he's all right. I mean, I think he's a decent game manager.
He's a workhorse, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a tough dude.
I'll let the Patriots prove it to me that they can do it again this week, but
They won't.
they shouldn't have gotten that one against the Bengals. The Bengals offense just looked atrocious.
You think that had anything to do with Tyreek just sitting out and causing problems?
Who?
Or not Tyreek, but
Jamar
Jamar
played.
Chase. I know he played, but you got to think when you have a game player like that, a game changer, and he.
I guess they came to him in the offseason and told him they were going to give him a new contract. So then that kind of set his expectations like, all right, if we're talking contracts, then here's what I want. And they just hadn't been able to meet his number yet. But apparently they came to him about giving him a new contract this offseason. It wasn't him requesting one.
Who knows? That's what I say. Get out there, love on your brothers out there. I think the Bengals are better, like you said. Patriots aren't good. They're not going to be good this year. Bengals are a lot better team, in my opinion.
Right.
But I just wonder what that dynamic of Jamar Chase's issue, what that brought to the table. Plus, they had
T. Higgins
out. So,
but Joe's coming off his injury too.
Right. Right.
Jamar hasn't played all offseason. So, I mean, he's a little rusty. And he already said he was not going to play a full allotment of snaps, even though I feel like he played probably his normal allotment of snaps.
But I did really actually, I liked your pick for defense. I don't think a lot of people would pick defenses, but if you would have watched the Denver game, you would have seen the Seattle defense they really commanded.
Yeah, they did.
They played hard.
They played, I mean, all 4 quarters. It just seemed like, and granted they were, putting that rookie to test, right? They were testing that rookie. So will they have that same kind of problem when they go somewhere and they play Brock Purdy or they play a quarterback that's, not as nervous, right?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But I still think he hits that right on the coffin. That's a good defense especially if they're available.
I agree with that. Mine will be quick. I would say Ezekiel Elliott. He scored 12.9 fantasy points against a Cleveland defense that's supposed to be top 5 defense in the league. And he went out there and did what Zeke does.
But does he put up the yards?
Here's my thing with that. So the Browns didn't give up 300 total yards. So they still had a great game defensively, but poor field position and turnovers.
Time of possession?
Yeah, time of possession too, huge. Because Dak only threw for 150 yards.
Yeah, but I'm going to argue with you there. I mean, time of possession, that's the defense's fault.
No, it's turnovers, giving the offense the ball back for Dallas.
If
the Browns look like shit completely, 100%.
If the Browns can't sustain a drive and they keep turning it over, then it's easy to have a large time of possession for the Cowboys. That's not on the defense.
Yeah, it was bad, but
there it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's gone.
I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I don't know how to make that not happen. It's really frustrating. So when you talk about that, I mean, Dak Prescott threw the ball 30 times, completed 20 passes.
Yep.
He threw 180 yards. Their defense was good. Okay, I don't. I guess I guess you could say it wasn't Brown's defense, but they still put up they still gave up 33 points. You've got the Browns who Deshaun Watson threw 100 under 150 or 160 yards, 170 yards,
169
threw 2 picks.
Yep.
They couldn't run the fucking ball. Jerome Ford got in the end zone 1 time.
Well, he had decent games fantasy wise.
Fantasy wise, but we're not talking fantasy wise. Well, I mean, we are, but we're not at the same time. Like,
no, I know
you can't open up the Deshaun Watson when you're running the ball, 30 times a game. I think they ran Jerome Ford. They ran Deshaun ran for a couple. He has a couple different rushes, and I don't know who's that. Strong. Who is that?
Pierre
Strong.
Pierre Strong. Thank you. You got to get him more involved. In my opinion. I mean, you guys gave up 33, you put up 17 in junk time, but the Browns just looked terrible in my opinion. You say the offense did okay. I think the defense didn't look that great.
5 field goals. So I mean, they did their job of stopping the offense from scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, but you didn't stop them from scoring. They still kicked field goals.
I mean, my point was Zeke would just keep putting up fantasy numbers.
I mean, what was the longest field goal made yesterday? Does anybody know? I know that's a stupid question.
In that game or a total?
Well, the Cowboys, they put in, I think he hit a 61-yarder and they called it back. No, it was a 67-yarder and he nailed it.
That was a different game. No. Or wasn't that? Oh, that was the end of the first half. You're right. That was the end of the first half.
Remember he kicked a 67-yarder, made it, and they called a penalty?
Yeah, delay a game.
Yeah.
That shit was insane. I would have been so pissed. But you're right. I think half of the points on the Cowboys came from the fact that they have a god as a kicker.
Devontae Turpin had a return for a touchdown, so that was one of them.
Well, that's true, but that's also defense. So
special teams.
Well, it's still defense, though. You're defending the end zone, right?
Zeke had a touchdown.
So
yeah,
Zeke had a touchdown. True.
And
I think the defense is way better than they did. That's what I think. I think they're a top 5 defense in the NFL. I would think, but I think it's just the beginning of the year, and I think Justin brought something up earlier that you can't stop thinking about when you think of the Browns. Do it. You brought it up.
What's that?
Deshaun Watson. Did anybody see what happened?
I was going to save that for Austin's question. He said after week 1, who's the biggest
I'm not seeing the questions.
Austin said after week 1, who's at the biggest risk of losing their starting spot if they underperform again in week 2? I think Deshaun could be benched midseason if he can't get anything going. Put Jameis Winston in there and see what he can do. Deshaun's terrible.
So do you pay someone 200 and how much?
I mean,
$230 million and bench him.
Joe Flacco took them to the playoffs when he got hurt.
Yeah, but he didn't get benched. He didn't get benched.
Right, but I'm just saying that offense has shown that other quarterbacks can do.
I don't understand. He likes massages.
You're talking about the news that came out to right before I came over.
You brought it up.
Some woman said that he apparently she was supposed to go on a date with him. She was still getting ready, so she invited him in, and apparently. When she came out of the bathroom, he was laying naked on her bed and asked for a massage and apparently sexually assaulted her. So that's a new claim came out today.
But here's the deal. I have actually been naked on people's beds unwillingly. I didn't know that they weren't ready for that. But, I didn't take it farther than that. I was like, oh, you're not. Okay.
See, that's the difference. He took it
further than that. You're right.
He didn't listen to the word now.
Justin's actually right on this one. He's not right often. But, if your clothes are off and they say no thanks, just put your clothes on. The Browns, I like Jameis Winston. So I think as an organization, it probably kills you to bench, Deshaun because of the money that you paid. But at the end of the day, what's the goal?
To win.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a
man.
I wish they never got rid of Baker. He was a discount quarterback who performed well. He performed great in that offense with Nick Chubb having the full steam ahead.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't like any of the organizational moves that they made around that.
They took a while putting that team together and building it back up from having nothing. And I honestly wasn't a fan either when they brought in Deshaun. I mean, that was expensive. All of the assets they gave up for him. I never really was a fan of him. I mean, he had some flashes in Houston, but he didn't do it enough to prove that he could be worth that trade.
You're right.
And apparently in Texas, they were willing to run some of the Clemson offense from college, and that was why he was good. And apparently in Cleveland, they didn't want to run that offense, and they're running their own thing. So I heard that this week, and I mean, that could play into why he's not performed in Cleveland.
He just can't even make a simple throw, though.
That's a problem. It is a problem. Did you see that? Speaking of Baker, did you see that interview he did where he was talking about, like, you could see he loved Cleveland.
Yeah.
He was like the history that's there in Cleveland, like the this is my great grandfather's season tickets. You know, they honored it when Cleveland came back in 90. Was it 99? They came back 98, 99.
Yeah, it was in
Dougie?
the 90s.
Yeah, around there.
He's saying, you know, they honored those season tickets, and you know, just the history behind. Like, you could see Baker clearly loved his time there,
He's
and
intelligent.
and he was brokenhearted the fact that the belief in him was no longer there, to where they had to trade him over. Was it the Rams? I think he went to the Rams.
Yep.
Baker,
Yeah, right. He went from there to the Rams, I think, and then
he didn't go to-
where did he went somewhere, and the Rams ended up with him somehow.
Carolina cut him, then he went to the Rams for the last 2 games of the year.
That's right.
Okay,
He was in
so
Carolina.
thank you. And you know, I know Dylan and I know Justin. Even we had faith in Baker, and it was just, where could he fit in to make it happen? And you hate to see the history over there at the Browns since they came back. It's tough to watch. Like,
Did you see the breaking news about Jordan
Kadarius
Love?
Toney. Oh no.
And said Jordan's doing everything he can to make a start week 2. He said if he can't go,
I love it.
he said if he can't go, we're not putting a percentage on it yet, but Malik will be our starter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. You know, well, and we'll talk about that for sure. But I really, you know, all jokings aside, I know I'm hating on the Browns and shit, but you know, I think you get Deshaun Watson out of that locker room. Justin, you said, was it Jameis Winston?
Jameis Winston.
And I think he's a locker room guy.
They kept 4 quarterbacks on their 53-man roster, which is
Really?
unheard of. Yeah.
Who are they? Do we know?
It was Deshaun, Jameis. I forget who the other 2 were.
I was
but
curious.
PPR.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the guy from last year, right? The Robinson,
Dorian Thompson Robinson. And then I forget who the 4th was, but I think that was so they
4
could,
QBs.
yeah, so they could keep Jameis Winston. Because I think
Wow.
I don't know if they were planning on having to roll out Jameis potentially, or if they were just trying to get a trade offered for Jameis for a quarterback needy team.
So I know I've got a nice buzz going here, guys, but I definitely want to get. I know Justin, you said something about comments earlier. There is a good question on here. Are you guys interested in reading that one?
Jason's?
Jason Davis. Yeah, go ahead, Justin.
Who's your biggest surprise team, good or bad, after week 1?
You read it. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like I just answered the last question. I
Kinda,
was
yeah.
sure.
Go ahead.
I thought Washington had a good defense last year. So I was kind of surprised. I mean, we just talked about Baker, and I think Baker is good and has done well in Tampa, but I was surprised at how many points they put up on Washington. And I don't know if that was for another time of possession, but I thought Washington had a better defensive line to not give up that many points.
Well,
That's a
I'll
good
hit
point.
on that real quick, Justin. I watched a lot of that game because of the stock I had in Jaden Daniels, and they had like 3 offensive linemen go down. Like they just had a lot of stuff going against them where they didn't have the ball a lot on offense, so their defense was tired.
Gotcha. And I will own I didn't watch many of the afternoon games because I was watching the Broncos solely. So I didn't have my multi-view on to see all the other games.
I
to
was
really
watching
follow
the Broncos
closely.
too, Justin. It's okay. I was like, come on, Jamal. Come on, Jamal.
It
You guys
hurt.
had me doing play-by-play
Javonte, sorry.
for Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
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 I know. My biggest one, do you want to, you said bad? You got the bad one?
Good
in
or
there?
bad.
Good
Yeah, that
or
was my
good or
that was
bad.
bad.
I think I want to go with good. I Saints really put it to the Panthers.
Yeah.
I know Derek Carr threw 200. I think he threw 200 exactly.
Yeah. And 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And he only threw 3 incompletions.
And they still have 37 points? Or
Well,
That's called managing and making things happen when you're in red zone.
they had everything going
47.
for them.
47, yeah.
Their tight end scored twice. Raheem scored. Kamara scored. Like,
Their backup running back scored.
yep.
So I really think the Saints, maybe Carr found an offense that he can run this year. And
Yeah, I
so
agree with that.
I think he's the good for me. I thought that was the loss for me was the Broncos, just because I thought the offense would produce a little bit more.
I
But
feel like they've kind of secretly had a good defense for a while. I mean, even
they have.
last year they had a pretty good defense.
I always
The
thought it was
offense
the
just couldn't get
offense.
anything going.
Yeah, and honestly, what's going up, Carl? What's going on, buddy? So Justin, to your point though, it was never the defense I thought struggled, you know. But I feel like, did they find the identity in the offense in the offseason?
Well, they switched to Kubiak offense, so they changed their whole scheme.
And Carr's adapted to it.
Yeah.
His receivers adapted to it. It looks like they're running a two back scheme there. You got to with Kamara. I think you have to give Kamara. I think Austin hit that last week where he was kind of talking about the age or whatever. But I think you take a couple carries off of him, he performs, right? So that's my big ups. That's my good.
Yeah, Jamal had 11.
How many was it?
11 carries.
I didn't know. I just thought I saw him run a lot.
And I'll hit the other side of the spectrum for a bad there. Carolina looks like a repeat of last year. Bryce Young did not look good. The offense
3
wasn't
interceptions,
clicking.
I
think. They just look bad all across the board.
Well, they have no running back.
How did Andy Dalton get a passing attempt? Did he actually come to the game for one
at the
play?
end? At the end.
Okay.
But what do you do if you're Carolina?
I think you have to go back to the drawing board because
You
Bryce
have
Young's
to.
not the quarterback they thought he was going to be.
What'd you say, Doug?
They messed the draft up. I mean, they
Yeah.
passed on Stroud and they took Bryce Young, and it's shown.
Yep.
So
And I'll stick to it. You know, a lot. A big Browns fan, but I'll stick with my guns when I say this. You guys just said Bryce Young's not the guy. You stick with Andy Dalton until you find the guy.
I would.
He's a proven quarterback.
He has been,
I would go with that just because you do have good receivers there.
and you have
some receiving backs there.
Yep.
You have to go with the player that's going to get you the most right now, and Bryce Young is not it.
I mean, they made their receivers better over the offseason, but they didn't do anything at running back besides draft Jonathan Brooks. He's not going to play for the first
he's
4 to 6 games of the season.
I think it's 4,
Yep.
but Justin, do they do what the Falcons did with Brian Robinson? Are they going to really run the shit out of him when he comes back? He's just coming off an injury.
They'll ease him back in slowly.
Easily. Yeah.
I mean, that would be stupid because look what they did to Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
And ever since he's left there, he's had a nagging injury here or there, but he
Right.
hasn't really missed time. And that's because he's with a team that can protect him.
But you can't tell me there's nobody in the free agency that's better than Miles Sanders. He is garbage.
Yeah, but Chuba Hubbard kind of came on at the end of the year last year, and then they put him, in the back seat again. So
He's
kind of-
serviceable. I mean, he's not really an idea. He's not.
Dude, he
back
ran
you
for
want.
5 carries and he had 10 yards.
Well, yeah, I mean, they didn't do anything. They were terrible as a whole. But
Right.
They really were. So I think if you put that veteran quarterback in that situation where Andy was in a lot in Cincinnati, and to hate Andy Dalton if you want, love him if you want, when he's been put in situations, he still throws 300 yards. He's still, he might throw those 2 picks, but he's putting up numbers to a point where, you could score a touchdown here and there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just to answer your question, Anthony, you have Dalvin Cook, Latavius Murray, Kareem Hunt, Derek McKinnon, Melvin Gordon, all free agents still.
Dalvin Cook's with the Cowboys. He's not a free agent.
yeah, he's on the practice squad.
Yeah.
Well,
They can poach him off a practice squad.
Yeah.
Well,
But I guess what I was going to say is
That's easy.
if you're Carolina, and I mean, you're going to lose anyways. So, do you really want Andy Dalton to come in and do well at this point? Or do you just want to, let Bryce play out the year? And if Bryce sucks, he sucks.
But
But you have good draft position to replace him.
But
why
Justin-
would you pull Bryce if you know you're going to suck regardless?
I have a response to that. I'm going to stick with my guns when I say this. Bryce Young is not too old to save. Bryce Young sits behind a veteran quarterback like they do in Green Bay, where it's paid off.
It doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen. That's not my problem.
It's not.
I'm giving you an option. They're going to fucking suck no matter what they do, whether Andy Dalton's in or not. Put Andy Dalton in, let Bryce Young sit the bench, learn from a veteran quarterback for the next year, maybe next year. He's not old. That's the problem. Zach Wilson, would he be the quarterback he was if he sat 2 seasons? Absolutely not.
because
Absolutely
he
not.
got thrust into a shit situation where he was running for his life.
We're going to see it tonight, which we'll talk about. Justin, I'm going to say it right now. I think you and I are on the same page. It's going to be a shit show at the Jets. That offense is going to be a shit show. Aaron Rodgers is not going to be the quarterback that he was in Green Bay. It's not going to happen. But,
I think Brees could do well.
Well, I do like Hall. But speaking of, the Carolina Panthers, you put Andy Dalton in there. You let Andy Dalton maybe win 6 games, but Bryce is worth trying to save. You guys wasted a draft pick on it if you keep him playing. It's a waste of a draft pick. It shows that you know nothing. It shows that you know literally nothing. So let Andy get in there. Let Bryce learn. And Andy's over there chirping in his ear. He's going to show. I mean, whether you hate him or not, Andy had a good career in Cincinnati. I know
Hall of Fame career numbers wise. If you compare
number wise, yes.
Yeah, him and AJ.
Dude, AJ Green and him was nasty.
Yeah,
end of story.
So can I get
Austin says not in prime time, but something, man. You look at Dan Marino. How many Super Bowls did he win?
Same amount.
0.
Same amount, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
So can I give you my good or bad?
Absolutely.
Chicago Bears offense. Chicago Bears offense had 148 total yards. And the issue I have with that is that you took the number 1 pick and you put him in instantly. With weapons around you, you've got a top rookie wide receiver compared with DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift's running. You got Khalil Herbert catching out of the backfield, and you put up 148 total yards of offense.
In my sleeper league, Justin.
Yeah, his pride was
got 4 points.
They're checking something. I saw something about them doing an MRI.
Oh, really?
I thought so. I didn't watch the game, so I didn't know what happened. But I saw the news and was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that he got hurt."
Austin Smith, he's got a boner for Dalton. Absolutely hates Dalton. He said he's 2 for 22 on primetime games. I don't know. I didn't follow that closely.
We just know he's a red rocket, okay?
But can we just say it doesn't fucking matter what you do in Carolina. Either save your draft pick and Bryce and let Andy take over and show him some fucking things, or destroy or let Bryce start the rest of the year and never play it down anywhere else.
Because you know who I can see doing that, even if he continues to struggle? Atlanta. Kirk Cousins did not look good, but they're not going to throw in Penix to fail. They're going to let Kirk Cousins run that offense this year.
Sucks though. Penix is old.
It does.
But they're going to do the same thing. They're going to let
him cook.
Yep.
Kirk's not 100% right now either.
He looked good though, I thought.
And that's Steelers defense. I mean, it always comes through.
You know what? Mike Tomlin's a winner.
He is.
You know
I
what?
hate to say it.
You know who the Broncos play next week?
Steelers.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm kind of nervous about that defense.
No, I said it.
You
said
did.
Bo Nix comes in. Dude, I'm telling you, you have faith in him. Have faith in him, bro.
Well, I do. I'm just glad we're going to be in Denver. I can imagine having to go to Pittsburgh after.
Zach Wilson wins
Seattle.
that game, no brainer. But I think Bo Nix can turn it up, bro. I really do. Don't get too negative.
But our defense played pretty well until we couldn't stay on the field. I mean, we had the
defensive line was tired.
But the problem is, you guys named him a team captain. There's no way you're sitting him now.
They're not going to sit him. They're not going to sit Nix.
What if he only throws 100 yards a game?
They're not going to sit Nix.
You can't now that you named him a captain.
They're not going to sit Nix.
That's absurd to me that you just named a rookie quarterback a captain.
Hey,
his teammates named him.
Can I say Javonte though? Watch out! I'm telling you.
Let him go.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in this game.
It's okay. They handed the ball off to him 9 times. That's what happened.
They were losing and they had to throw the ball.
Yeah.
They handed the ball
and
to him 9 times.
a better pass catcher.
They handed it off to him 9 times. He didn't get a chance to cook. That's what I think. So
he was slipping a lot too.
In order for Bo Nix to succeed, he has to run the ball well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Bo can run too. He's quick.
Yeah, but they have to have a running offense with their running back.
I think I saw Bo actually recorded the second fastest run this weekend.
I don't know about that.
It was 20 miles per hour.
No, I'm just saying I don't know about that statistic.
Yeah,
he's a fast dude.
He can move.
Yeah, his moves.
I actually took his over 20 rushing yards and won.
He's not like as fast as me, but
I mean, he runs a 4.7 40.
There's a lot faster 40s than that, I think. I'm a what am I, a 4.4, I think?
Because he was running for his life. He was.
That's a fact, Austin. Your offensive line sucks.
I don't know about that. I don't know about sucks.
Really, you had a quarterback that threw for under 130 yards. You had no running back that ran over 50 yards. You had no receiver over 60 yards. Your offensive line sucks.
We didn't run the ball a lot. First of all,
Right, because your line.
we threw the ball a lot.
How many times did you throw the ball?
I don't know. I'd have to look.
Like 48,
Yeah, there was a lot. He actually threw a lot.
over 40,
Actually,
I don't think you did.
I will hit you with this.
because he had like 23 completions, but he only had
He did.
50 yards.
Last year,
Yeah, to like -1 yard completions.
Well, listen, how many times did he throw?
Hey, Sturge, this is going to
Sorry, bro.
surprise you. Last year, Desmond Ridder recorded the fastest speed by a quarterback at 21.56 miles per hour.
It's not going to surprise me. I don't know why you're saying that. I'm not surprised.
I didn't see it being Desmond Ridder.
I like Desmond Ridder. You know what's funny? When we had Cheesy Ponies before, I told Justin that was my favorite quarterback coming out of the draft, and he looked at me like I was
Bro,
a stoner.
Christian McCaffrey's inactive tonight.
No!
Better change your bets.
Are you fucking?
I
with
didn't
me?
play any bets with McCaffrey.
I start him in every one of my leagues almost.
Does it say why? Did it say why? I couldn't see it.
It says, and this is from Mike Garofalo. It says Christian McCaffrey calf Achilles to be inactive week 1. He's been struggling with calf Achilles injury.
Did it
Oh,
really-
Okay, but I'm reading this. It says just 2 minutes ago, likely to play Monday.
From who?
I don't know. I just Googled his name.
How old is that article? Because this is a tweet that
I just
came
fucking
out.
said 2 minutes ago.
See, this
That
is
sucks for
We're
me,
doing our
though.
research.
Oh, that sucks for me because I can't switch out anyone because on my in 3 of the 4 leagues.
I
So
thought
just-
he'd play. I just didn't think he'd be as effective or maybe limited.
Yeah, it still sucks. for
Jordan
me.
Mason, baby. If anyone's got time to put Jordan Mason in, he's gonna eat tonight.
Well, if he
Well,
doesn't
maybe
play,
not. What?
your bets are voided, right? Or
I hope
I
so,
didn't
'cause
play
I
Christian
placed one.
McCaffrey in any of my bets.
I did.
George Kittle, here we come.
I mean, here's 1 hour ago. Christian McCaffrey confident he'll play in 49ers season opener. 5 hours ago, will play.
Yeah, I don't. Who?
You know I got my tweets on alert.
I
Now
know
if-
you do,
Ian
but they're also
Rappaport-
not. You also got a tweet that said Aaron
Ian
Rodgers is going to the
Rappaport
Broncos. That never
just
happened.
said it. Officially inactive. I can't. Can you see that?
I don't see that.
Christian McCaffrey's inactive. A dramatic turn of events from Ian Rappaport. It doesn't get more official than him.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm
you
sure it does.
52 seconds ago.
I'm sure it gets more official than him. I'm sure there's
By the
better
team, maybe.
guys. You know what I mean?
Man.
Well, that sucks for me. I'm definitely not going to win anything.
Checking my bets.
What can we put Jordan Mason rushing yards? What's that at right now?
Can I pick him
2
up?
yards, baby.
What do I do?
I mean, the Jets
I'm
have a
just
good
fucked.
defensive
I'm just
line.
fucked. This is why I don't do fantasy. I'm out of the dynasty this year. I'm done out this year. I'm serious.
So that's the scary thing about it is he's going to be out this week, and if that lingers, and it
Yeah.
will, I would assume.
I'm fucking tired of him. He's not a good. Fuck that guy. He's not good.
It's Achilles calf. I mean, the reason that the Steelers sat Russ was because he has a calf injury, and they don't play with those.
Yeah, Russ is just garbage, and I think he just wanted a.
He's going to
reason
start when he's healthy, though. Fields
Yeah.
isn't going to keep that job.
What he played
That's
bad?
not-
Did Fields play bad?
He didn't play good.
He didn't.
No.
What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong?
He didn't do anything to keep the job.
He made no mistakes.
FanDuel has
He made no mistakes, bro.
No.
Just no.
I
no.
mean, you don't have any facts to bring with the no.
Just no.
Okay.
It's Justin Fields. You already know how I feel.
So you just hate him for what?
Because it's Justin Fields.
But why do you hate the name Justin Fields? What did he was in the Bears offense. Who's been good since then?
He tried to steal my name. That's it. That's all
Oh
there
my
is to it.
God. You wish your name was Justin
My name is
Fields.
Justin. Like, he can't have it.
He's got hair. And he's black.
I mean, you might as well just come up with the reason you don't like him because he just stole your old quarterback's job.
Maybe I just like to troll you. Maybe that's the only reason I don't like Justin
No,
Fields.
it's not. You have a defined hate for him. You really do.
You have
And
an
retort.
Yeah.
I'm really upset by this. If McCaffrey doesn't start, I'm jumping off a building.
Wow.
So
He's not playing.
what more did Justin
He's not gonna
Fields?
play.
FanDuel
No.
has
Guess what
halted
I'm
all of
gonna
their-
do?
They what, Doug?
FanDuel has halted all the bets on the game right now.
Well, yeah, because that's
Can
a
you
big
guys
change.
stop talking and let me pour a drink? That'll work.
Daniel doesn't want to lose their butt
That'll work.
because people are going to bet on
Hey,
plays that are going to
Ryan,
win
come
now.
here, buddy. I need a Coke. Come here, Bubba.
I mean,
This is the worst week of my fucking life. Everything fantasy has shit the bed for me.
the Jets were +4. They could be favored to win now, potentially.
What happens with my bet? Because I had a bet with McCaffrey.
You'll avoid it. You'll get your money back.
Get your money back.
Well,
Well,
I'm waiting for him to open it back out, see if I can pull out and make a bet on something different.
That's what
trying
I
to pull out. What?
That's
I
what
don't usually pull out, but this one I will.
Hey,
That's
Anthony.
because you can't pull out when you can't put it in. You know what I'm saying?
Was that a lay, Anthony, or a straight? Was
he's
it
got to be.
multiple?
What?
Was that a lay with multiple legs, or was it just one straight?
I'm checking. I'm logging in right now.
If it was just a straight, McCaffrey bet the void it. If it was a whole
So I had a
lay-
4-pick parlay. McCaffrey 80 plus, Brees 80 plus, McCaffrey anytime touchdown, Brees anytime touchdown.
You
If-
know, though, I still
Shut up!
like
Just-
the odds.
they'll avoid the McCaffrey legs, and they'll if you win the rest of the legs, they'll calculate your winnings off of the remaining Brees legs.
Yeah,
So
but
you
I
can
want to win
still
$280. That's what I
not gonna
want.
happen
But I
anymore,
want
sorry.
to. I want to. I made the bet.
We'll put more money on the Brees legs then.
Go tanning.
I mean,
I'm
you
drinking this
you
whole
put me in a
bottle of
white
Quality
light
House.
that makes me look even whiter than I already am. So
We
it just-
tried every light. It
you-
was the
you
only
failed
one.
me
That
from the start. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, it was the only.
You just get what you get. I owned it a long time ago.
Every year, Justin talks me into going back into his leagues. Every year, this boy talks to me. He's like, dude, your team's not that bad. Come back to the dynasty. Come back to the dynasty. And I'm like, all right, I'm back in the dynasty. My team still sucks.
I gave you all my first round picks, and you decided to draft while you were drunk. Like I can't control that.
No, he drafted while I was drunk. I picked
That
up
has
Brooks
nothing to do with Christian
Why are we
McCaffrey not
yelling?
playing right
because
now.
I just want to never play fantasy, dude. It's the worst thing in the world.
Hey, if you had Aaron Rodgers, you could put him in your super flex.
Yeah,
You
you can.
shut the fuck up. Who has him? Can I trade you right now?
Where's Christian
are you
McCaffrey?
offering?
What slot is
Christian
Christian McCaffrey?
First, you ready for what I'm offering?
Yeah.
A 2027, 2028 first round pick.
I'm good.
I'm just done. Justin, don't ask next year. Fill my league with somebody else. Fill my team with somebody else.
Okay, fill your spot
You
with somebody
didn't have
else.
a bad draft.
They don't. Every team player that I have that can make a difference has no legs.
McCaffrey will play next week, and you'll
How
have
do you
you have
know that?
Jonathan Brooks.
How do you
You'll
know
get
he was supposed to play this week?
Well, that means he was close, which means he'll play next week. Naturally,
He literally an hour ago said that he was playing today.
I'm giving you optimism. The one time I give you optimism, you spit in it. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, because
I hate on Justin Fields. I hate on Malik Willis. I finally offer you some optimism.
He
You're like,
did.
nope, get out of here.
Okay, let me
Get
ask you
outta
something,
here.
Doug. Do you think Malik Willis is garbage?
From what he showed in Tennessee, absolutely.
He played 3 games in his rookie year.
Hey, listen. So we talked about it earlier. I think that they could make a trade to the Browns.
For Deshaun Watson,
No. No one wants him.
I would start Josh Jacobs at quarterback before
Yes,
I ever did that.
DTR.
Breaking news: McCaffrey out. Okay. So yeah,
The fuck?
we knew that.
now Jameis is available. A little DTR action.
I think you should keep Jameis. Where'd DTR go to college? Why am I thinking UCLA?
Everyone, why would we
He was.
trade for DTR? He threw what, 100 yards a
Well,
game?
hold on. I'm cooking here. He went to UCLA, right?
Yep.
So I mean, he played with Jordan Love.
I'm chugging.
Where Jordan? No, Jordan Love went somewhere else, right? I'm making stuff up now. I'm done cooking this recipe. You don't want to eat.
Listen,
He burned it.
here's what
I
I don't
did.
understand.
I did.
How can you say Malik is trash? He started out of college from Liberty
Yeah.
for the Tennessee Titans.
What conference is Liberty in again?
Who gives a fuck? It's Liberty. He was a good quarterback in college.
He was athletic.
He can manage. Okay, he's fucking athletic.
Wasn't Trey Lance?
So is Justin Fields,
Trey Lance has never got a true opportunity.
and he hasn't.
Why do you think the fucking Cowboys picked him up?
Because he's
In case
athletic.
no, because they weren't positive that Dak would work out. Am I wrong?
Well, that's why they just paid him the most money in the NFL for a QB.
And okay, but that was after the fact, was it not?
Sure, but, I
But
mean,
sure, what?
who's ever thought Trey Lance is going to be the answer?
There's been a couple teams.
He was a project out.
I
of
mean,
North
the
Dakota State
49ers
whole
thought
time.
that.
Or South Dakota State.
Fuck all of you. Okay,
You know
because Willis, you guys are judging him off of 3 fucking starts his rookie year for the Tennessee Titans.
I think his first game was for like 54 yards or something.
Oh, okay. Your quarterback fucking rapes massage therapist.
Oh,
That's
So,
aggressive.
watch the R word.
and
Hey.
we're not. I guess we're not over that yet, are we, Justin? It
You
sounds like we're not over that.
You told me when I came here that there was no proof of that.
There's definitely proof. I'm saying proof. There's proof now.
Okay,
It's
you
a for sure
changed.
thing. It's a for sure thing.
What about Trevor Bauer? Prove innocent until proven guilty.
No, he was
Pretty
guilty
good.
until proven innocent, and he proved himself innocent. I'm
Also, apparently, Roma Dunze sprained his MCL, and he's week to week.
I'm done with every single.
He's trash.
In this fucking
Rome? You don't like Rome?
fuck, Justin.
I don't like that whole offense. That's why they were my disappointment for today's pick.
Yeah.
I mean, it.
So pissed off right now.
I get it. First game, he'll have to work through it. But holy crap, it was.
Why not get listen, we don't have to worry about Willis because Jordan loves a thug and he's starting week 2. That's what.
Yep.
That's the word. That's the word.
Hey, Sturge, you still have an option here. You can drop McCaffrey and pick up Kyle Juszczyk.
Touchdown.
Smack the
He
shit
might get a
out of you.
touchdown. Watch him
You're a
get,
jerk.
he's gonna get a touchdown tonight, and you're gonna regret not putting him.
Watch
in.
him go off.
Anthony's going to come through the plexiglass.
And no, I don't give points for
It's
blocks.
actually it's real glass, but
Oh, nice.
I spent the money on the real glass. But anyway.
Man, let's see the Jordan Mason
He's already picked up.
lines come out. I'm talking about gambling.
I don't want to. Do you? Out of curiosity, Justin? So you drum at church, right?
Maybe.
How do you feel? What do you think Jesus thinks about gambling? Out of curiosity,
I think it's fine because I don't rely on gambling to pay my bills.
do you
It's just-
do
it's
you
fun
tithe?
money.
Do you tithe?
I do tithe.
10%?
It may not be 10%, but I tithe monthly.
Oh, no. I'm just kidding. I keep telling myself, like, every time I go to hit the bet button, I'm like, what would Jesus think? I'm like, yeah, he'd do it. Yeah, he'd make this bet. It's a for sure win. You've lost. I'm like, damn it. Jesus said it was good. Oh, shit. Dougie's dogs are going nuts.
Doug, someone breaking in?
There we go. Austin's got it.
No, it's probably a leaf.
That makes more sense now, Justin.
Well, guys,
see.
welcome to Cheesy Ponies. No. Christian McCaffrey's hurt.
Shut the fuck up.
Breaking news. You heard it here first. Whoa.
God. Fuck.
Maybe you shouldn't have had all those shots before the show.
No, fuck. No, maybe I shouldn't fucking draft McCaffrey in every fucking 5 leagues I'm in.
Isn't it ironic?
It has nothing to do with drinks, Justin. It has.
You know what? I lost Puka Nakua for at least 4 weeks, so I feel
Yeah,
your
but your
pain.
fucking team is loaded. Shut up.
I mean, Puka Nakua, I spent a good amount of money in my auction draft, so
Anybody want McCaffrey?
I think we should
willing.
continue our podcast
I'll trade you Ramondre
with,
Stevenson.
How about
with a new subject.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's a great year. He had a great first week.
Kind of like Aaron Rodgers last year. Too soon?
You guys keep poking the bear over there. I'm not held reliable for what he does.
I'm not there to have to experience it, so you do whatever you want.
Wonder if anyone has a question in the comments. I don't see any new ones. Oh, there's the music. Hey, Lisa, welcome to the show.
Hey, Lisa, I see that you have Puka Nakua over there. I have Cooper Cup. Let's talk.
Just a few days ago,
Is this how we're ending the show, or are we?
issued a new mask guidelines. Under the new guidelines, most Americans in most of the country
Where did this come from?
go mask free. COVID-19
That's the normal.
Was that in the last time?
Can we change the subject now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you bring it
How
up.
about the 49ers backfield today for fantasy?
Can we stop talking about the fucking Niners?
Hey, so I want to bring something up. Who do you think's your lock going forward?
Cooper Cup.
It's good.
You're talking about
Uh,
lock fantasy?
Yeah. I wrote a few down.
Well, so what you got? We haven't let you talk. I feel like on a few questions.
No, so Saquon Barkley had a
Oh,
great
for sure.
first week.
Top 5 rest of the season.
I was curious to see how that would work with the amount of pass catchers they have.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Austin.
So Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill, any Dolphins
that.
pass catcher.
CMC.
I will say the Dolphins running game was very disappointing.
Hey, you know what? Achane was in 2 of my leagues, and I think he won me a couple weeks. So I'm not gonna talk bad about Achane. The rest of the backfield, sure.
Just the running. So, Mostert went 6 carries for 9 yards, and Achane was 10 for 24.
True.
But to your point, Achane did have 7 receptions for 67 yards. So
Right.
So I feel like any Dolphins pass catcher is going to be like a great pick.
And I feel like Waddle can light it up some games, but then other games he ends up being either injured or I don't know. Like Waddle's always hit or miss. When he's on, he's hot.
I don't know if you saw it. He went out in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think I saw an alert on my phone. I was kind of off and on that game.
That's cool. At least he played.
Well, he came back.
At least he played. That's all I can say.
Got hit in the head, but
He came back. He was under concussion protocol, but they said he was good.
Yeah, he
He
cleared
played though, right?
Yeah, he came back.
and went for over 100 yards receiving. So
Yeah, well, maybe CMC will come back. Knows. Right,
Well,
Justin?
So that does bring up an interesting point.
Justin's my fantasy manager.
I
Okay?
know, but that brings up a good point. Do you
Dylan
ride
is too.
Brock Purdy and Debo and Ayuk Kittle higher today now?
I have Ayuk on my bench.
Put him in, unless you have McCaffrey
Yeah,
in
is he
your
in the
running
running
back slot.
Right.
What?
What slot was McCaffrey in? I never got the answer. Is he in your
He's
running?
in my the first RB under my quarterback.
Can I make a note real quick?
Yeah.
So fantasy advice for everyone out there.
Don't
If-
start in CMC.
No. That's what you do is your positions where you can only do a running back or a receiver. You always put your early game players there. And regardless of how good your player is, if you have Christian
Shut up.
McCaffrey, Bijan, or whoever, you always put the late games in the flex. So when stuff happens like this, you can play any position out there in that flex spot. So just if anyone who didn't know that, something to consider when you're setting your roster.
I didn't know that.
Well, I taught you something new.
I
today.
wish you would have told me before I made my lineup.
Well,
It-
there's no way to know because everything indicated he
No,
was playing
every
today.
I don't blame
fucking
you.
year I am you guys always do really well on your fancies. I don't, dude. I'm so bad at it. That's why I'm like, you know what? Why don't just Justin and Dylan make a podcast?
How
You know,
about,
throw Doug in there. Just let me not because I fucking suck at it.
all right, here's
for
your
fun.
Here's your advice for the season, Anthony. Just because of CMC being hurt today, don't make any drastic decisions and trade him.
Oh no, I'm making a trade for Justin right now. I'm making a trade. I'm working on it right now.
Austin said he'll give you Andy Dalton straight up for CMC. There
He's
you
not
go.
even in Dynasty. Wait, but he is in the American Whiskey one.
He doesn't have Andy Dalton.
Send the trade.
He can pick him up real quick.
Send the trade. No, he's.
I already did.
Picked up off
Did
draft.
you really?
If it gets CMC, yeah.
Should I start? Dude, I have nobody to start over McCaffrey, so I'm just screwed, right?
Yeah, because I have Jordan. Sorry, I have to back
who's Brees Hall's backup?
Give you a first round pick for him.
up. Braylon Allen from Penn State. Right,
You
Penn
got-
State.
And you might get a couple points at least.
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
Maybe.
It's dynasty though, so it's he's probably in somebody's team. We run pretty deep. I think we're a 12-team dynasty, so
Mhm.
with a
Mhm.
lot of bench spots,
Yeah, keep talking.
there's
That's
not
fine.
usually much on the waivers.
You think someone will have Brees as backup?
Yeah, because he would have been drafted in the dynasty rookie draft this offseason.
What does somebody have to do? Like, you know, I'm just a listener. Can I just do a listener's comment, like a comment? Like, let's just act like I'm not here.
Okay.
I have been only in fantasy league with my best friend, longest friend ever, Justin Marlin, and
Yes,
he's
sir.
always been in the fantasy football, and I've always become like the laughing stock of my league.
No.
Well, pretty much laughing stocks of the league. Dylan's league, last place. You know, American Whiskey, damn near last place. You know, all the leagues that I'm in, damn near last place. What do I do to prevent the injuries?
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. It
Right.
happens.
But what do I have to do for my bench?
You know, McCaffrey played, I think, every game last season, didn't he?
I didn't pick him last year.
I'm just saying it like
I picked him this year.
So for me, you took CMC.
Yeah,
With
dude.
with someone as high a ceiling as him, with his injury history, I would have went for his handcuff. I wouldn't have reached out for his handcuff, but I would have grabbed the handcuff if I had it later. Come up. That's what
I don't like that response.
hear that.
Give me a better one. That's a shit response.
He's
Give me
not
another one. He's
wrong.
like on his third lemonade, anyways.
because I don't normally keep backups, but I picked up Jordan Mason in our dynasty league a couple weeks ago.
Are you pretty sold on keeping him like in the next 10 minutes?
What you offering?
I got some studs, bud. Take a peek at it. How about a 2030?
Well, here is
Number one draft pick.
having him gonna win your week, or are you already kind of gonna lose anyways?
That's not for you to decide. I think if I have him, I have a chance. I think he can put up 40.
I haven't looked at here.
I think he puts up 40. Dylan's like my backup guy. Like he tells me, like, yes, do it. He gave me thumbs up. He could put up 40. He could put up 40.
I'm trying to look.
He needs 47.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. CMC wasn't gonna win you this week anyways.
Even if he does give you 40,
So you're
still lose.
saying there's a chance.
I'm saying you should be upset that he's not playing because it didn't really matter this week.
So you're saying
Saquon ran for over 100 and scored 3 touchdowns, and he got 35 points.
So hold on, you guys are saying Sturge is smart because he's resting CMC this week.
Yes,
I decided I'm not going to start him.
You're a smart man.
Your RB1.
We all thank you.
Did you make a call to San Francisco and say just hold him off a week?
Well, what I did is
we're on.
bake for a week. We don't have to let him bake for the season, but let him bake for a week. Come out with fresh legs next week. And Purdy said, "You know what, Big Sturge? I listened to both of your podcasts. Great podcasts.
Best ever."
He said, I just picked up Lad last week because of what you said, and I'm winning my league. We're going to rest him. We're going to rest him.
Do we all have a favorite player prop for tonight's game? Like
Absolutely,
we talked about earlier?
bro.
Do you want to do that?
But Uncle Justin,
Yes.
aren't we going to do like a group bet together
I'm down. Let's throw 5 on something
For tonight.
tonight? Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
Like somebody, we're going to send money to the other person and make the bet. Each person has to pick a part of the parlay. I'm betting McCaffrey with no yards.
Okay, I don't think that's a line they'll let you bet on because it's
Dude,
probably
me and
Austin
Austin just
agreed.
said the same thing.
yeah.
We're beautiful. Hey, we're two beautiful
It's-
men.
Next
It's
thing you
probably-
know, he walks out on crutches. Give me the damn ball.
We're we're gorgeous men, are we not?
It's minus 10,000 odds, so that'll get you like 10 cents back.
All right, so I'm putting. We each get to do one. I'm gonna put Aaron Rodgers 250 plus.
Gross. I'm not betting on that.
I don't
Well,
like
we all have to do one bet, brother. I don't know what to tell you. That's my bet.
I took his under.
It doesn't matter. Everyone gets to make one bet of a parlay.
With this news, I'm going Brock Purdy over 200.
All right, how about Aaron Rodgers over 200? That's
I
more.
like him over 200.
All right, so I'm going Aaron Rodgers over 200 to make you guys happy.
I'm going Brock Purdy over 200.
Justin, he's looking.
Well, I don't
Dougie,
know. The lines are probably all different now.
we can make our own.
Brees Hall anytime touchdown score.
Yeah, I thought about that one.
All right, so let's make this happen right here. Does anybody else want in on this?
Austin said he'll send 5.
Yeah, let's do it. Who's making the bet? Justin?
Yeah, I'll send Justin money.
Justin always makes the
It's
bets.
going to hit my Pickett account when it loses.
It's a. Hey, do you want me
I
to do
track
it?
my wins and losses.
Okay,
Hey,
do you not want to do it then? Aaron Rodgers
Dylan,
200?
Dylan.
Like, come on, man.
What's up?
Justin, can you do it? What Dylan to do it?
Justin, my 5 as well, and then I'll send you 5 because
Are
I
you
don't have
that? Are you that deep into the gambling? You can't make the bet, or
Well, I track my money, and it just sucks when it shows I've lost. I'm still recovering from like the $300 we gave up for college football that we lost.
We're not going to lose.
we're not going to lose. Gordon Shinerman, it's because Dylan's running it off of his laptop, and for some reason it's just it's lagging. Let's see if we can switch your internet real fast.
Dude,
I think I'm on the main one.
you're not. You're
Jordan
on the-
Mason, anytime touchdowns 155. Give me that. Jordan Mason touchdown plus
Jordan, I
155.
think it's a spectrum thing right now.
You
My
said
son texted me while we were sitting here doing this podcast. Was like, "Why is the internet all junk?" So I don't know.
all right, Austin. No, Austin's good for it. Do you want Austin to do it?
I don't care.
You will do
Yeah,
that?
he said send him the money.
Yeah, we can do it. I'll do it right now. Justin, send me the money and I'll send it to Austin. Or Dylan. Send it to Dylan.
Somebody send Austin's mine, and I'll send them money.
That's fine. Dylan, can you do that?
Yeah, everyone just send me 5 and I'll send it to Austin.
Bro, there's like no receiving lines for the Niners players.
So everybody send it. Hey, we're doing it live. Let's see if we hit this shit, boys. I'm excited.
All right, who we sending it to? Justice.
Yeah, send it to me and then I'll send it to Austin.
Oh, okay.
Austin, we're doing 200 yards for Purdy and Rodgers. A touchdown.
You said 200, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A touchdown for Brees Hall. And Justin, what's your pick?
A touchdown for Jordan Mason.
I just
I
sent
think
it,
they
Dylan.
still rush it in.
And a
I
touchdown
agree, man.
for
That's a
Jordan
good one.
Mason.
Dylan, I like Justin's. I think that's a for sure.
Jordan
One.
Mason is plus 155 for a touchdown. Like, I might play that straight.
What? Say that one more time, Justin.
Plus 155. You win $25 off of 10 if he gets a touchdown.
Why am I so confused? No. So
All right, send me 5, Justin, and I'll send it over to Austin.
I just sent you mine, Dylan.
I got your guys's.
I took what I took. I took Brees Hall anytime.
text him the picks. Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
What do you think is a sneaky pick this week or this Monday Night Football? Like, what is somebody a good parlay somebody could make?
A parlay?
Yeah. What's a good parlay? $10 or something, something small.
That's not small to me. I mean, that's a unit for me. I pay like $2.
I'd say most people pay between $10 and $20.
People who don't know how to bet.
I mean, I know how to bet, and most of the time I bet 10 to 20, and I bet Northern Illinois to beat, number 5.
Right, you won that one.
But I don't bet every day like you do. I bet every great once in a while. I say a $10 bet. What would yours be tonight? If you had $10 and you had to make the one bet, what would it be?
You're talking about first. You're talking parlays. So parlays aren't safe.
I got
Right. We're fucking gambling here, bud.
I got
What
mine.
would a $10 parlay you would make tonight, Justin, that you think would hit?
I mean, I put 250 on George Kittle to get 75 receiving yards, Brees to get 50 receiving yards, and then the total under 62 to return $100.
Let's see if Doug can do it. Doug, what would you do with $10 if you can make a parlay? Not 250, but $10.
I'm putting one together right now, and I will let you know.
All right. Dylan, $10. You had $10 a night to put on one parlay because you want to hit big. What would it be?
Honestly, I like what we just built. I would do that 100%. $10 on it.
So I'm building one right now. Or I built one. I haven't put it in yet, but it would be Aaron Rodgers 250 plus, Brees Hall 100 plus yards rushing, Garrett Wilson 100 plus receiving yards, and Brees Hall with a touchdown. That would be my $10 bet tonight. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I'm not looking to win $40. I'm looking to win big. So I think it's just like the Northern Illinois bet that I made. Probably wasn't going to happen, but it did, so I hit big.
You said $10?
Yeah, so I'm betting $10. So mine is going to go towards Aaron Rodgers 250 plus, Brees Hall 100 yards plus, Garrett Wilson 80 plus, and Brees Hall a touchdown.
I like that.
So I know that the odds I think really that are against this is Aaron Rodgers 250 plus. That's what I think may not happen. But
you think Garrett gets 100?
Here I think he gets 80 plus. I said 80 plus, not 100.
So I've got mine. If you want to hear it.
I do.
So I've got Tyler Conklin under 3.5 receptions. I've got Brandon Ayuk over 48.5 yards receiving. I've got Brees Hall over 28.5. I've got Brees Hall with 4+ receptions. I've got Brandon Ayuk with 4+ receptions and Garrett Wilson over 50. A $10 bet will return you $92.
I like it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This is what Justin calls the potty question, the hand. So I don't need
to
get potty. But can we make a cheesy ponies page? Because I would bet on that. I just want to be able to click on what he just bet and do it. How do we do that?
Can I give you a real bet that I would actually place if I was playing something that I liked better and wasn't risky?
I said $10. What would you bet, Justin? That's what I'm really asking. I'm not asking if you would. I'm just saying what if you had $10 and someone said you can place a bet for me? What would you do tonight?
So give me, and I don't know what all the lines are now because I was looking at stuff earlier. Give me Brees Hall, 25 receiving yards.
Okay.
Give me Greg Zuerlein, 2 field goals made. Give me George Kittle
That's
receiving
good.
yards, whatever his line is.
Yeah.
And the Jordan Mason rushing touchdown.
Justin, take my $10 and make the bet. I think that's a great bet. Can we make a Cheesy Ponies bet thing where people can follow this?
I
How do we
mean,
do that?
I'm not sure.
What do you
can-
mean?
I
I
mean,
just,
DraftKings. You
the
can do it on
fuck do you mean?
DraftKings.
You made one and I followed yours.
So you're talking about a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that on DraftKings.
I don't know how. Can one of you guys do it?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it before the game starts tonight.
So Austin,
And
you
so
said
that way Doug can do one. We can all do one.
Austin, you said you added
Justin, I think that's a
Purdy
great
touchdown
one, dude.
pass.
I can send it to you.
Send it to me then, so I can click on DraftKings and put it in.
Okay. That's Purdy for 1 touchdown pass.
I like that if he added that to our parlay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, I'm in. I'm cool
I don't
with
know
that.
about 2, but
So can one of Justin? Can you do me a favor, buddy?
yeah.
I know you're a busy fellow, but can you make a Cheesy Ponies thing on DraftKings for me
Yes, sir.
and
Dylan,
and invite all of us on it?
Okay.
All right, Megan, hear me out. This is not American Whiskey. This is Cheesy Ponies. So this isn't actually the American Whiskey podcast. We just
Okay.
put it on there so people can listen to it. This is Justin Marlin in the back there, the bald guy there. That's my longest best friend in the whole world. We started a podcast a few years back called Cheesy Ponies. And obviously, Justice League and Dougie. Yeah, so
I'm good. I'm good with Purdy at 1 touchdown.
Tell me that you already placed that because on
I love Megan. I don't want you to be
So
sorry. I
Austin
love you.
got the bet in. It's plus 608 odds, so $25 pays out 177.
Can we put that on the Cheesy Ponies thing so people can tail it?
We would have to make the bet again.
25 pays out what?
177,
Off of 680 odds?
608.
That seems low.
I mean, I'm looking at it right here.
Okay.
You want to look at his phone? Nobody's trying to screw us up.
No, it's fine.
These are my boys.
Like that's a bet that's placed and it shows.
The Jordan Mason touchdown odds are plus 110 on FanDuel. Oh, yeah, they're down to 150. They're dropping.
So it's awesome, bro. He don't, Justin, did you do the DraftKings thing?
I'm going to. That takes a minute.
So we're all gonna join this and people can tail us.
Okay. You'll have to invite them to the group so they can
I don't know how
see.
to do that. How do I do that? You show me how to do that?
I'm sure Dylan and I
Well,
can.
Okay.
We would have to send it to everyone individually
Yeah.
or post it.
If
on
anybody wants
Cheesy
to make some
Ponies.
bets with Cheesy Ponies, like and tail us, let us know. But I really want to do the one that you did, Justin. The one that
Okay.
you said, because I'll bet $10 tonight before the game starts.
What time does the game start?
8:30.
8:20 or 8:30.
We have an hour.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. Let's talk about betting right now. We talked about fantasy. Let's talk about betting for the people that care. I have 13 people listening on one end, and then StreamYard showing 5. I'm showing 13 on Cheesy Ponies, which is cool. This is our first live on Cheesy Ponies on YouTube.
Nice.
I had to fight with YouTube. It was so annoying. They said
Yeah.
we weren't. They wouldn't let me go live, so I fought with them all week.
If you have DraftKings, go grab Jordan Mason at 150 before it drops more because all the other books
So
are
what
like
do I have
110.
to do? What do I need to do?
Just go to DraftKings,
I'm
go
on it.
to the game tonight, and then
Okay.
go to TD scores
Yep.
and anytime touchdown score. It's the middle column. For
Jordan
my-
Mason.
Yeah, plus 150.
So first touchdown score
No.
Anytime touchdown score.
Anytime. First
plus
means
150.
Yeah.
And then put what you said? Apply awards.
Do
I
you,
got 2.
there should be a no sweat. So really, I mean, if you still have that no sweat, you
Yeah, I
could
do.
put $10 on it
Okay.
and toggle the no sweat option so you get a bonus bet back if he doesn't hit for some
So
reason.
I can win $25 on that.
Yeah,
So place that, and then if I don't get it, I get my $10 back.
as long as you toggle that bonus bet. or
I
that-
did. I
okay,
did. I
then
did.
Yeah.
So okay.
I mean, I'm
Thank you.
not,
Thanks,
I'm not
Justin.
too-
That's a good one.
I'm not too upset about the Christian McCaffrey getting voided
Oh yeah.
because Brees Hall 25 yards receiving and Debo 40 receiving still pays out $64.
So I can still hit. I
Hey,
can.
Megan.
So here's what you guys are saying. So let me go to my bets. This is what I'm stressed out about. I really was playing on McCaffrey. So I had McCaffrey 80 plus. I had Brees 80 plus. I had McCaffrey anytime touchdown scorer and Brees Hall anytime touchdown scorer.
Yeah, the only
So they
thing,
void out.
the McCaffrey leg, and it still runs the other one.
So it's a 2-leg parlay.
3. Wait, no, 2. You're right.
So I'm only
Brees
gonna
Hall.
win $13 probably.
What's it say on there? 13.
It's not telling me nothing.
It won't tell you normally
doesn't tell me anything.
until the end when it actually cashes
It
you out.
says I bet $3 and to pay it doesn't have anything.
Yeah. It won't void the leg until the game starts, or it may even wait till the
Everything's
end of the
still
game.
open.
Yeah, mine are voided out. It shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe I need to exit out of the. Jeez, fucking dogs.
Doug,
Doug's dogs are dicks.
did you have more that you wanted to talk about?
There we go.
I'd like to talk about some more bets. So here's another one that I put together that you guys may not like it, but you want to hear it? I put it together. I'd put it on Cheesy Ponies things if I did. I haven't done it yet. Justin does small bets, so I thought about. I have $3 on my thing. I thought about doing Deebo Samuel 60 plus receiving, Deebo Samuel's 25 plus rushing, 49ers to win, and maybe add like Deebo's touchdown.
I actually like that now because with McCaffrey being out, I could see Debo running the ball.
Or I take Deebo's touchdown out.
I like Debo touchdown now even more.
What do you think, Justin?
I'm sorry, I was trying to focus on building this bet. What was the question?
So, what do you think about Deebo at 60 plus? Deebo rush on receiving 60 plus. Deebo 25 plus in rushing. Deebo anytime touchdown, and then maybe put like 49ers win. Is that a lot you're not getting?
So, sorry, one more time. I'm trying to like picture it in my head.
This is what he sounds like.
I'm focusing now. I'm
Just a few
looking. I'm
days
not
ago,
looking at my
the Center
phone.
for Disease Control and Prevention.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I was.
hey,
looking
look at me.
this.
Look
I'm
at me
done.
real fast, Justin. Look
Yes,
at me.
sir.
Look at me. I'm thinking about. I have my bet in here.
Yes.
I've got 60 plus for Deebo in receiving.
Okay.
I've got Deebo rushing over 25. I've got Deebo anytime touchdown guy, and I've also got the money line for San Francisco.
Are you on DraftKings?
I'm on FanDuel, but I can put it on DraftKings.
He should have a rushing receiving combined line.
I don't know what that means.
I would under the rushing tab, you should see. I mean, I would assume a Deebo rushing and receiving line. I'd rather take the combined than try to split them separate. Personally,
I don't. What?
go to rushing props. I'm looking to see if it is there. Go to rushing props.
And I want to keep this live because there's a lot of people out there that bet that don't know a lot like me. So I'm going to go to the Knights game. I'm going to go to. All right, hold on. So we'll go to rushing props. Okay.
You go to the bottom. Deebo Samuel alt rushing and receiving yards, and you can pick out whatever line you want. His line currently is 80.5. So if 81,
So here's my question for you then. So you say he's 80.5. Now hear me out for a second. All
Yeah.
right. So if I did a parlay and I have a $10 a week one no sweat bet, 60 plus on his rushing,
is that plus odds or is that his line?
60 plus on his rushing.
Or receiving or rushing?
Sorry. 60 plus receiving yards.
Okay.
25 plus on rushing.
Okay.
I give him the touchdown, Deebo a touchdown.
Okay.
And what if I added the 49ers win?
I mean, I don't hate that. I mean, if
Would you put your no sweat bet on that $10?
I mean, if it's a no sweat bet, I don't care. I'm a bet. If I like the play, I'm gonna put my no sweat because I don't care. I'm gonna get my bonus bet back if I lose.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
And this play that I gave you is plus 1100.
Okay.
Um,
Did you do a Cheesy Ponies thing?
No, I'm done with my bets for the day.
no, you told me to build
That's
the
cool
bet.
for you. That's great, bro.
No, I was just saying no.
That's cool. I'm asking Justin if he made our.
I
Oh,
haven't.
I thought
Is
you were
that-
asking me if I made a Cheesy Ponies bet.
He's got to save his money for O'Connor's, guys.
No,
Chill out.
I already withdrew all my money today.
He's got gotta go to O'Connor's. Doug, are you there?
I'm here.
What do you think about that bet?
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I just placed my own while we were talking, or while you guys were talking. I'm at plus like 3,500.
Dang, son.
What's your bet?
So I gave you guys the 6 that I said earlier. Conklin under 3.5. Ayuk over 49.5. Brees Hall over 28.5 receiving. Brees Hall at 4 receptions. Ayuk at 4 receptions. Garrett Wilson over 50 yards. And I do have Jordan Mason and Brees Hall anytime touchdown scores.
That's a lot of stuff.
So $10 pays out $325.
That's a big parlay.
That's
Tag-
a lot of legs.
Tag me in it. I'll do it. Tag me. We're getting the Cheesy Ponies thing so we can tag each other, or however that works.
I'm not sure how to share this, Anthony, without. Let me see. I'm going to make the
I
group
don't
real quick.
either,
Hold
bro.
on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm so bad at this shit, bro. I'm sorry.
Betting groups.
Just I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know how to do all this stuff.
It's fine. I'll create one real quick.
I actually don't understand the pluses and the negatives.
So basically, it's
I don't understand that.
off of $100 bet. That's how much you have to bet to win the same amount back.
So if it says plus 3,300,
Plus 3,300. If you bet 100, then you'd win $3,300.
let me just put my own.
Plus is better.
But that's worse. They're better. It's better money, but that's because they don't believe it's going to happen.
Right.
So like a minus 120, you have to bet $120 to get $100 back. And I probably misspoke on 3,300.
No, you're good. So I think the one that I just sent everyone, I think is at like plus 35.46 right now.
That's some big odds.
That's how you win money.
That's
though.
one that I'd
But-
play like $1 on. I'd be happy with $34.
Well, right, but I feel like
So there's
when I-
a lot of different gamblers here at the moment. So when I bet for the Northern Illinois win, I talked about 10 people about the bet. Every single one of them was like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. But I'm like, I understand that, but I'm not going to bet fucking $10 on Notre Dame to win a couple dollars. I'm betting against Vegas to win fucking money. So it does, like, I want to be good at betting. I know it sounds funny because you're gambling every time you do it. I'm not trying to put $3 on a bet. I'm trying to put some decent money on a bet to win money back to win. I don't go to a fucking casino to put $2 in a slot machine.
But if you're not tracking how much you're betting, then you don't know how much you're losing.
I don't have to track what I'm betting because I don't do it often.
well, to your point, I've got a no sweat bet. Those were the 6 picks I had already mentioned, and then we added in the Mason and Brees Hall.
I like it.
So, I mean, to that point, yes, I'm spending $10, but I do have $10 to place again if that doesn't hit.
Let's shout out
Right.
Mike here, guys. Help me out with that. I got it up on the TV there. It's Mike Friend. I think he's
Howdy.
from the Hoosier State.
Hey, Mike.
How's it going,
What
Mike?
up, Mike? So, Mike, have you placed any bets on any games today? And I want to know what kind of bettors do we have out there? Are you guys like me where you're gonna bet? I do $20 a week. If I lose my $20, I will not bet on anything else. But lately, I have been hitting. So I've been getting my $20
Right.
back. So I will take some of my winnings plus that $20, and then I'll put it towards more. So what kind of play? Like Justin, I'll tell you right now. Last year we were at a bar. I had $3. Justin had me betting all fucking night because he was winning these small little bets. I'd win $6 here, $20 here, $4 here, but we were hitting the main bets. But I'm impatient, so I want to hit the big bets when I can. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, what kind of bet? What do you guys do?
It depends on how much money I got,
I'm a $10, $20 guy. I do $20 a week,
Well, and to your point, when you said you had $3, sometimes you're just looking for a quick hitter. So you might only be adding on, $1.50 on top of your $3. But if you're continuously hitting those quick little hitters, that can turn around. It depends on if you're betting in real time. So if you're placing parlays, for a future game, that's one thing. But if you're betting the game that's taking place and you're betting props that are actually taking place in real time, that's when it can get, dangerous or good, just depending on how you hit and what you're placing. So
you want to win money, right? That's the name of the game.
It is, but it's not
Well,
just the name of the game. I
hold
want
on.
a big money.
I hear you, but I mean, so this month I've won 44 bets and lost 56. How much money do you think I've made?
No idea.
plus 480.
I've won $224 this month.
Okay, so over the last weekend, I made $320 and I bet 40.
Okay. But how much have you bet out? Like that's this weekend.
I leave $20 a week on betting, and I didn't bet during baseball season whatsoever.
Okay.
Does that mean you're pulling the other money, or are you just only betting the 20?
No, I'm pulling the other money.
That's
Oh.
good.
I'm pulling the other money. I take that other money plus some of my winnings. So this week I had $20 plus part of my winnings, because I'll take some of my winnings and put it towards money. But I lost some during the Packers game.
Right.
I lost some of my winnings this week on the Packers game, but I really study college football a lot. Justin will tell you that. I study the fuck out of college football, and I bet the fuck out of these upsets. And I feel like, Justin, I do pretty good at that.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you had
Right.
a good weekend.
So-
You definitely made some good
But
money this weekend.
you'll even tell people that I know my college
You
football.
do know college football.
I know much more about it than I do NFL. Justin, Dylan, I'm starting to get Doug about when it comes, like with football. Doug, no offense, I don't know a lot about you. I know you a long time. NFL, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so bad at fantasy. It's okay though.
I just don't want to tell people to bet large amounts.
But you can be like, I know that, but when I look at gambling, dude, it's a chance. I'm not going to Vegas with $100, buddy. I'm not going to fly all the way out to Vegas with $100 for a week. I'm going to Vegas with a couple thousand I'm saved up.
But you're taking money you're willing to lose.
That's right.
And you already have accepted that you could lose it all.
But if I'm betting on football, I'm willing to lose it.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. Just make sure you're not using money that you can't afford to lose.
So, that's right, buddy. That's right. So, but Justin will gamble all week long. Dylan does a really good job at gambling all week long. I put all my shit on one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what you're talking about. There's
because
different
I
ways
always
to do
tell
it.
you guys, like, dude, I'm not gambling. It's a Wednesday. I'm not doing that. I don't got no money. But you guys are like, dude, I won $62 on Sunday. I'm using some of that, but I don't do it like that. So it's a good way of doing it. So I give you guys props for it. Like, you guys are not as I'm wanting the big picture. You guys are willing to work for it.
Well, I'm kind of a mix between both. Like at the start of my week, so for football, I did $20. I went up 100 something. I made a few bets today, and I withdrew the rest.
Daniel Stevens, I bet you 100 you can't get me to gamble. That's the
fine.
dumbest bet I'd ever make. That's fine.
Wait, I'll take that bet, and that's you gambling, so you owe me $100.
Go ahead and put your Venmo on there, bud. You lose, fucker.
That's
You
pretty good.
Justin, you're an actual smart fella. Did he just win that bet?
There's
I'll take your bet.
I would say that was yeah.
You just betted $100 that you can't get you to gamble.
You
You
just
just
me.
bet. You just gambled.
You owe me $100.
Do you want to
Wow.
wrap this up? I gotta grab dinner on the way home. and
Wow. Not really,
to the
man.
game.
I don't want to.
It's been fun. I don't know
I
where
was
we're at.
hoping
We're
we could
probably
watch
at,
the game together, but that's
Oh.
fine. I was hoping to. I was just saying, catch a little bit of the game together, but that's okay.
Well, I wasn't. I didn't leave the house knowing that was the intent.
Well, I didn't invite you over thinking that either. I just was like, man, let's watch the game together. I just thought it'd be fun, but it's all good. I just thought it'd be good. You know, did you make that Cheesy Ponies Dynasty?
I mean,
Yeah, it's in the group. You
Yeah.
just have to click it.
All right. No, it's fine. We Dylan's gonna stick around and watch the game, right?
No, I'm heading out too, dude. It's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah, he's got 4 or 5 kids at the house and responsibility. Unless you're lesbian, he's not coming to your house.
The kid.
That's
Wait,
been-
that's. I was gonna make a joke, but probably in poor taste.
I'm in.
I was gonna say the kids in the tissues. I don't think those count.
That's fine. That's about right. You know what? He guys, he's got no responsibility, a job to go to in the morning. So
It's nice.
Dylan's got to get off here. He's got,
Wait, you don't have to work, Justin?
I wish I didn't have to work.
but he wasn't factoring that. You're the only one that factored that. You're the only one without a family. So
I wasn't. I was just picking up dinner for the fam.
All right, let's get off here. Dylan's got to get home to nobody. So, he's got shit to do. He's got to get up at 7 to get to work. So
I have to be there at 7.
oh, fuck.
That's
He's got to be there at 7.
what time
guys.
do you wake up?
Normally like 5:36.
Oh God,
That's early.
that's rough.
Do you
dude.
work out, or it just takes you that long to do your makeup?
Don't have kids.
Make up.
Hopefully, some bitch doesn't have kids.
I
That's the only
understand.
thing I can say. Pussy.
Just teasing you. I get fun.
I'm
though.
not teasing you. I'm calling you a pussy.
I'm just waiting for that Venmo.
I would like to see Daniel Stevens send that Venmo because you made a bet talking about not gambling and you gambled during the. That was stupid.
And I called your bluff.
We should message him.
He did.
We should message him, not comment him.
Oh well, whatever.
Hopefully, you know this.
No, but
person.
we
It's not
got
a random-
seriously, guys. Stop talking. We got to get off here. Dylan's got to go home to nothing. So he's got to hurry up. He can't watch a first half of the football game. He's got to go.
Quit being mean to Dylan.
He's got to fucking go. He's got shit to do. So
Where's Uncle Joey when I need defense?
what? You want your hoodie when I get it? I don't
I was
have
gonna
your hoodie.
say he's got other things that he's
Coming from the
responsible
guy
for, he
that I
can't
have to
deliver on.
fucking bug for 6 days for $12.50.
25.
25. I appreciate Doug correcting though. These fuckers pay it like that. I gotta chase, Uncle Joey down for fucking, and it's like it's just $12.25. Well, you know what? It adds up after a long time when you're broke as fuck. So
Is anyone actually still watching this?
Yeah.
I
we
feel
got
bad for them.
listeners.
I'm sorry.
So Uncle Joey, your hoodie's coming. Don't worry. You're the only person that's asked me when you're getting your hoodie. By the way.
Oh, I saw that there was some text coming in. Are those coming in this week before we leave, or what? Or-
It's next week, but they're supposed to be done by farm to bottle, but it could not happen, I guess.
No, yeah. I'm not worried about it. I was just wondering.
Megan, you did, but it was in a nicer way. Because they're coming from Tennessee to farm to bottle.
Out of state.
That's a valid question. Jason lives 2 streets over, and he's cousins with my wife. So,
Being hand
I'm not
delivered.
robbing him.
They're being hand delivered.
I'm not
from the
fucking
bottle?
robbing Jason. If you're if you want to know. So, but anyways, but no, Dylan's got to go. He's got shit to do. He's got to be at work. 7. And plus, Doug's dogs are fucking annoying.
It's just the one, man. It's my doodle.
No, Megan, I love the fact that you want to represent us. Dylan and I, we can actually personally say we love you guys
Right.
with our whole entire, we consider you family. There's no, Dylan actually told me that one time. He's like, he's like, out of all the relationships that we have, he's like, we really, the Jones, like you, Wes, Josh, your guys' I'm blanking, but the family friends, the one that was in the Marine, I'm blanking on their friends' names, but you guys are family to us at American Whiskey. I know Doug and Jason haven't got to meet you yet, but I know that you guys will stick to them like glue too. But man, we love you guys so much, and we'll hopefully we have your hoodies by farm to bottle, but if not, we'll get them sent to you guys free of shipping. We'll pay that, but it should be. That's what we
Definitely should be.
What we know is that they should be. That's what we were told. So, but don't worry, Uncle Joey, we'll get it to you, buddy. You live 2 streets over and come over every Tuesday most of the time, but I know we're fucking you. So we'll talk about that another day, whatever. But guys, we're stressing Justin out in the back. He's not used to American Whiskey style. This is Cheesy Ponies. I'm Big Sturge.
I'm Justice League.
Justin.
And we are
Cheesy
Ponies.
Oh, miss that American Whiskey? Cheesy Ponies. Thanks, guys. We love you. Don't forget to pick up Lad if you haven't yet. That's the guy.